So there are times in my Christian walk where I hit rock bottom and I honestly feel like there's nothing that I can do to kind of pick myself up. And there are things I try to do, very Christianese type things. I go to church, I spend a lot of time listening to Christian music, um, even praying sometimes. It doesn't really feel like it's working a whole lot. However, all the time when I hit these points, I go to the Bible, I start just reading certain passages in the Bible, and it always seems to just help in ways that's unexplainable. Recently, I've been down again, and the other day, I opened up to the Bible because I felt down, and I honestly didn't think that even the Bible, could this time lift my spirit. But then I opened up to Psalms, a great place to kind of vent emotions, and landed on Psalm 42. This is actually a rather famous song. The As the deer pants for the water, so my soul pants for God, or so my soul longs for God. Great song, but it's like how it hit me this time was pretty unique. So a little context of what has been going through my mind lately. A number of years ago, I started trying to join a organization, a Christian ministry group, and for the longest time, I was rejected by them, until a little while ago, where I attempted to join again, and this time they accepted me, and I was excited because I've been trying to join this group for so many years. But then, in addition to that, there was also at the same time joining the group a girl that I actually had quite a bit of a crush on, and so I was excited about the opportunity to get to spend this time with her, get to know her. But then a few weeks into it, I started noticing that this other guy in the group is also going after her, and so I became conflicted on what to do. So I took a friend aside whom I told that I liked the girl before, but he didn't know her at the time. So he was also in the group, and so I took him aside and said, "Hey, so this girl that I mentioned I like, this is who it is. Noticing this other guy's going after her, I'm confused. I'm conflicted about this. Seeking advice." And he didn't really have any advice to give. However, immediately after that, I got removed from the group. For about a month and a half, everything that they went out to do together, to minister together, they were not including me. They were telling me, "Hey, Kenton, we don't need you this time." For an entire month and a half, I was not in the group. By the time I got back, the two of them were already dating, and I had learned that in addition to the stuff that I knew about that I originally should have been in, but wasn't, they were also doing all kinds of other stuff under the table, and anytime I caught them talking about it, I was like, "Wait, what are you guys talking about? What is this?" And they're like, "Nothing, don't bother, never mind it." So I definitely felt betrayed in that, felt abused. Here I was trying to keep peace with this guy who was a opponent of mine in a common interest, but yet he did not have the same courtesy to me. In fact, he actually manipulated to have me removed. And I suspect that there is actually a lot of slander in my character as well, because all of a sudden a lot of my other friends have just been pushing me away ever since then. And so now some time has passed, kind of the two of them are definitely known as being together, and any hope for chances that I might have are in the past, but still a lot of friendships still tend to push me away. Not so much of they're actively pushing me away, but kind of a sense of they don't trust me. And that which makes me think back on that whole feeling of slander, that somebody said something about me to have me removed from the group and to have really destroyed my reputation. So at this point, I don't have a whole lot of friends. So the reason why I was down the other day was because I don't have a whole lot of friends anymore. I also have a lot of free time, and so I was just spending a lot of time in my apartment and just alone, and just wasting time on YouTube and stuff like that. So not feeling anything at all, even to the point where I'm starting to feel abandoned and rejected by God even. So that was where I kind of came to a point where it's like, man, God, I need you. If nothing else, God, I need you. So that's why I opened up my Bible. I try still, even through all this, I try to keep up with constant Bible reading, but it's taken multiple routes. Sometimes I need to go to Proverbs to give me counseling. Sometimes I need to go to Psalms to vent frustration. Sometimes I need to go to 1 Samuel to hear David go through the same thing. But it just really depends on what I'm needing, and I'm having to keep a balance of all these things. But so then that's where leads us into Psalm 42. As the deer pants for the water, so my soul pants for you, O God. My soul thirsts for you, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? My tears have been my food day and night, while they say to me all day long, where is your God? These things I remember, and I pour out my soul within me. For I used to go along with them, and lead them in the procession of the house of God, with the voice of joy and thanksgiving, a multitude keeping festival. Why are you in despair, O my soul, and why have you become disturbed within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him. For the help of his presence, O my God, my soul is in despair within me. Therefore I remember you from the land of Jordan, and from the peaks of Hermon, from Mount Mizar. Deep calls too deep. Deep calls too deep at the sound of your waterfalls. All your breakers and your waves have rolled over me. The Lord will command his loving kindness in the daytime, and his song will be with me in the night, a prayer to the God of my life. I will say to the God of my rock, why have you forsaken me? Why do I go mourning because of the oppression of my enemy? As a shattering of my bones, my adversaries revile me, while they say to me all day long, where is your God? Why are you in despair, my soul? And why have you become disturbed within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my help and my countenance and my God. And that's really where falling into the Bible is helping me a lot. Seeing these people write these things that are so relatable, so human, and so seeking questions and seeking answers and asking questions to God, pouring out their heart and what they're going through. But at the end of the day, at the core of their desire is to just be closer to God. And so that is a strength and an encouragement.